Hello, I'm Ramada.
Hello, I am Fadia.
You are going to listen to a short lecture from our group, which is Superwoman, from ESL 222 Speaking and Listening class, summer 2009.
Our subject is friendship. We chose childhood of friendship because we think childhood is a wonderful and the most beautiful stage in our life. Children in this age live without any responsibility.
Yeah. During this period, they are able to express their real feeling and they tell the truth, they don't lie, so they can be sincere in a relationship.
Even though most of us cannot remember how we act when we were a child. So this is a good chance for us to know if the students still remember their friend or not.
Yeah, I think so. So let's go together to discover more information about our topic, which is childhood friendship, and get our questions answered. For example, when and where a kid starts to develop a friendship.
And how this kind of relationship affect our personality. And lastly, how we could give a few advice to the parents about to know more about how they could deal better with their kids. So Ramata, let's go to our
Yeah, let's go now. Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm fine too. I'm Ramada, this is my friend Fadia. We are from EFC program and thank you for having us here today. We want to talk about childhood and friendship. Before starting, can you just introduce yourself, please?
Certainly. My name is Kelly Wood. I'm the director here at the Michigan State University Child Development Laboratories at Central School. We prepare teachers to work in classrooms and support children and families. We do research and we have exemplary preschool programming for children anywhere from 21 months to 5 years of age.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the first question that we have, at what age that child start to development friendship and how?
From the earliest ages. Here's what we know about young children. By age 2.5, children tend to prefer same gender playmates and people who look like them because children are very literal in their thinking. And so they will naturally choose to play with people who look like them and who are the same gender. So it is a job for adults then to help children understand that even if someone might look different than you or sound different than you, that person probably still likes to do some of the same things you like to do. So what we're doing as they're grown-ups, we're structuring experiences for them where they have lots of choice about what they play with and who they play with, but we're also kind of narrating the action, doing almost play-by-play commentary to help them be aware of what a child near them might be doing, and maybe they're doing it too. Maybe they're both building with blocks. To help them notice one another, and often then they will begin to interact with one another and play and work together on something and find out that most people are more the same than different. We all want to like and be liked, and enjoy time together.
The second question that we have about what kind of problem that the child faces during his or her friendship, and how the parents deal with this kind of a problem. So, for example, if parents should give their kids advice about this problem, or let them to face and solve this problem alone.
A key way that parents can support children in developing rewarding friendships that really do infuse quality throughout the child's experiences in life is to give children opportunities to be with other children around their own age in fairly unstructured time. So not structured lessons and schedules, but time to be with friends and time to play together and time to pretend. Pretend is of key importance. It's the first form of abstract thinking that people engage in. It links heavily to reasoning and problem solving, and someday when you're a reader, even understanding what you've read and placing yourself in that story or that situation. So parents can help by giving children relatively unstructured time together and supporting children when inevitable dilemmas will arise, such as how to share a material, who might get to play with that doll or that truck, and some coaching from parents about how each person can work with the other to figure out how to share a material, for example.
Yeah.
So we want to support children, but yet also be really sensitive to knowing when to bow out and let them enjoy being together.
So, for this information, we want to know how the childhood friendship helped to establish his or her personality.
How childhood friendships help a child establish his or her personality. Friendships are central to children and really for all of us. It's that sense of belonging and that sense of community. It's that sense of affirmation as we are accepted by another person in friendship. We worry for children that may not have opportunities for friendship or may have friendship challenges. We know for children we want them to be able to have lots of experiences with other children in supportive, nurturing, cooperative, not competitive kinds of environments, and help them with the simple but profound skills of friendship. What do I do? What do I say if I want to play with someone? Do I just walk up and maybe look at them? Or because I'm not sure what to do, should I grab them? Or should I say, "Hi, I'm Kelly, let's play. What do you want to play?" So we help children with initiating, maintaining a positive friendship experience, negotiating the inevitable conflicts that might arise with sharing materials, or who gets to decide what we're pretending or doing, and then very importantly, another friendship skill, how to end a friendship with positive closure. What if a friend has to move away? What might we do to have closure in a positive way and maybe not lose complete touch with that friend and also move on to being able to form new friendships?
So now we have another question. Like, do you think that gender affects friendship? Like, if you are a girl, you want to be with a girl who is your friend girl, or with a boy. So gender affects the friendship or not?
Yes and no, because young children are very literal. Their preferences are based on what they can see. So they may naturally and do naturally tend to gravitate a girl to a girl, a boy to a boy, and that's fine. But we also want them to understand boys and girls are just people, and one can enjoy doing something with a girl or with a boy. We really try not to emphasize gender differences, so we're not doing things like calling children to line up all the girls and then all the boys. We might say, any child wearing blue today, line up. Or if you have shoes that Velcro, line up. If you have shoes that tie, line up. If you have a buckle, line up. So we're pointing out positive or benign kinds of differences and just helping children be together as human beings rather than splitting into gender categories.
But like, do they want to be with the same gender, or do they want to be with other children?
They will typically want to be with same gender children unless we're providing a classroom and experiences where really either gender can play. So it's important for adults not to inadvertently or unintentionally set up a situation that for whatever reason would seem not to welcome girls or welcome boys. So we shouldn't decide that boys don't want to come to the pretend play area to the house. And we shouldn't decide that girls are going to want to do more physical kinds of activities.
If the child do not have friends during his child or her childhood, is this mean the child will be loner in the future or not?
It may. We're concerned for a child who's having friendship difficulties because it's so central to the human experience. Children who are having friendship difficulty, they might withdraw and shut down, and children who do are more likely as they get to be older and into adulthood to suffer from concerns like depression or physical ailments. Conversely, children who are having friendship difficulties might act out. They might become rather aggressive because they're really not sure how to make and keep and have friends. And we worry for those children as well because at the core for both of those, the shut down child, the acting out child, is a child who's not feeling very positive about himself or herself. And children who don't are likely to have some anxiety or depression issues as they get older. They're more likely not to do as well in school academically. They're more likely not to have as satisfying relationships in later childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. And all of that then would lead to the concern that overall they're not having as satisfying or high quality life experience.
That means friendship really affect our future. Yeah.
Yes, friendship is at the heart of our future.
Okay. And the last question, do you have any advice to give to parents, to help their children to live with their friends, give them advice to do stuff to help their children to have friends or to handle with their friends?
Maybe pay more attention for this age, childhood, or they give him more freely, or they should pay more attention for this age.
I think parents should be intentional about providing children with opportunities for friendships, for unstructured time where the child gets to be with other children close to his or her age, with children who are from both genders, from various cultures and ethnicities or races, so that the children are having fundamental experiences that people are more the same than different. And giving time for children, adults might say just to play, but it's not just play. Play leads learning and development. Play integrates and optimizes children's learning and development. So friendship and play and time with other children is key.
Hello.
Could you introduce yourself for us, please?
Sure. My name is Ben Nimfly. I'm a senior in the English department, and I'm majoring in secondary education.
Okay, thank you. So, do you remember your friend when you were a child?
Yeah, I remember lots of friends, and a lot of them I'm still friends with.
Do you remember when and where you met them?
Yeah, I met a lot of them, most of them in school, and some in sports and other after-school type of things. And that's still where I meet most of my friends.
So, do you think keeping a relationship with a friend is good or not good, and why?
Oh, it's definitely good, and it's definitely good to have as many students or as many friends as possible, throughout your whole life. Good, all right.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Like, we have to ask you the few questions about friendship, childhood friendship. But before we start, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yeah, my name's Kristen Zareski, and I go to Michigan State. I'm going to be a sophomore in the upcoming fall.
So the first question is like, do you remember your childhood friendship when you were a child? Do you remember your friend?
Yeah, I do.
And where did you meet and how did you meet this friend?
We met in kindergarten on Valentine's Day. She transferred in, and we stayed best friends all the way through middle school and a little bit of high school.
So you mean you are still friends with
Yeah,
her?
we're still friends. We're not like best friends anymore, but she's like my child.
And do you think keeping your friend from your childhood is better, or just forget them and find another friend?
I think it's good to keep in touch with people because it's who you were, and
Thank you.
yeah.
Before we start, can you give us a short introduction of yourself?
My name's Rob Hallisey. I go to Michigan State University, and I'm going to be a junior in the coming fall.
So we have the first question is about, do you remember your friendship with your friend when you were a child?
Yes,
And where did you meet this friend and how?
I met my friend in Young Fives, classes for people for kindergarten.
Okay. And do you think keeping your friend when you were a child is better, or just find another friend when you grow up?
Well, this friend moved away shortly after I became friends with him, so we never really had the chance to keep friends throughout life. I see him every once in a while, but we aren't close friends anymore.
Okay. So you think that it's better to find another, like your friend now friends, but not in the childhood.
Right.
Okay. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, Ramata, after we did our investigation in childhood friendship with the expert and 3 students, we know that many students still keep their friend from their childhood. So that means in that stage in our life, we can make strong real relationship with the adults.
Another important thing is the parents' action and how they're involved in their kids during this period of time, during their childhood, and how they give them, how they advise them to take benefit from this stage of life. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and we hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye.